Hey everyone, welcome back to Ms. Bunny, and if you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about PaidViewpoint and my opinion on it, my review, and some tips on it as well. So PaidViewpoint is a website where you can earn money from doing surveys. I will tell you this, that when you first start out, you don't earn a lot of money at first from it. You get like 10 cents or 30 cents or 20. You don't get like dollars and dollars at a time, but they give you a lot of surveys throughout the day, so you make more money than you might think you would at first with it. One tip that I'm going to tell you with this is that you can't wait for them to notify you by email or whatever to check PaidViewpoint to see if there's a new survey waiting for you. You need to continuously throughout the day check, because if you do, sometimes you get like, one time I got like almost 10 or 12 surveys in one day, and that accumulates pretty fast. So you need to keep checking. You don't want to wait for them to email you. It shows, and they see it, that if you keep checking and if you keep doing the surveys quickly, you get more and more added, which means more and more money. So don't wait for them to notify you. You got to check yourself. Usually the surveys are not very long, but they are repetitive, so they may ask you the same survey, pretty much the same questions throughout the same day. They ask you the same questions throughout the same month. They're very repetitive, and the reason why they do that is to see if you're being honest. You can't just click random stuff each time you do it, because then they'll realize that you're lying, that you're not being honest. You won't get a lot of money from it. They won't give you as many surveys, which means you're not going to be making money off of it. It's something that you have to take somewhat seriously. You have to really pay attention to each of the questions, and you have to answer the questions the same way every single time. Like sometimes they have like trick questions where they'll put please select NA, and if you're not paying attention, you might click something else that's not that. So you want to pay attention to it, make sure you're being honest with it, and that'll really help you out in the long run. So about the cashing out system. So in order to cash out, and you use PayPal for it, just to let you know, you need at least $15 in order to cash out. And it depends on how often you check, PaidViewpoint to see how many surveys they give you. But it takes about 3 to 4 weeks in order to cash out. So it takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get $15. Now remember, this website isn't that you're going to get rich quick. You're not going to get a lot of money accumulating, because it is, a website for surveys. It's not like you're, doing some big old fancy thing online, and the surveys are pretty short. They're like no longer than like 10 minutes to take usually. So yeah, remember that it takes about 3 to 4 weeks in order to cash out, and you can only cash out with a minimum of $15. I have tried some other websites that you can get paid for doing surveys, and their system, I can honestly say, is not as good as PaidViewpoint. I'm not saying PaidViewpoint's like the greatest website out there to get surveys, but so far, to get paid for your surveys, but so far I would say that theirs is the most reliable. It's the best one so far. And if you have like an issue, if you're having some type of technical difficulties with the website, you can contact them, and they're pretty good about responding back to you. And if you explain what the situation is, like sometimes when you do a survey, it will lock you out of the survey and you can't finish it. You can get a hold of them, contact them, and they'll usually give you the money that you would have received if the survey was completed without it freezing up. So they're pretty good, and they get back to you quite fast. I would say that it's pretty reliable in the aspect that there's not a lot of they don't play any games. Like I know some of the websites, they ask all these personal questions about you before you're able to really enter the website. And with PaidViewpoint, it's not that way. There's not a lot of identity that you need to spill out. If you want to make a couple bucks on the side, I would totally recommend the website. I have the link to PaidViewpoint down below. So if you're interested, you want to go check that out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.